The Nigerian government's resolve to enhancing trade facilitation received a boost with the groundbreaking of the Gateway Inland Dry Port in Ogun State, led by the Honorable Minister of Marine and Blue Economy, Adegboyega Oyetola. This significant development coincides with a vital partnership between the Nigerian Shippers Council and Port Health Services. We have details of these stories and more in our Tidbit segment. Please stay tuned. I'll be back after this message.
For more than 5 decades, we have empowered and protected the interests of shippers in the nation's maritime industry. Our focus is to facilitate trade, regulate tariffs and rates, as well as handle shippers' complaints on cargo losses, damage and non-delivery. We offer dispute resolution mechanism for shipping and trade disputes between shippers and service providers. We are Nigerian Shippers Council, Nigeria's port economic regulator, your gateway to a thriving maritime sector. Nigerian Shippers Council will meet you at the port of your need.
A warm welcome to The Shipper, your informative television program on maritime activities brought to you by the Nigerian Shippers Council, the nation's port economic regulator. My name is Abike Idowu. The Honorable Minister of Marine and Blue Economy, Adegboyega Oyetola, has taken a significant step towards revolutionizing Nigeria's logistic infrastructure with the groundbreaking ceremony of the Gateway Inland Dry Port in Ewekoro Local Government, Ogun State. Also, members of the Port Health Services team recently visited the Nigerian Shippers Council's headquarters in Lagos, where their collaboration aims to enhance health services at the ports, ensuring a healthier workforce. Abraham Jogai and Adeshina Abiodun were there to capture both stories, and they have compiled this report presented from our studios. One of the cardinal objectives of the present administration is to build infrastructure across various sectors of the economy to create a conducive environment for businesses to thrive and stimulate economic growth. This groundbreaking for the construction of the Gateway Inland Dry Port is part of a deliberate plan by the government to expand the nation's transport infrastructure in the maritime industry. Apart from decongesting the seaports in Lagos, it also aims at expanding economic activities in Ogun State and beyond. The Milestone Project, situated in Kajola, Itori, in the Ewekoro local government area of Ogun State, attracted dignitaries from all walks of life in the state and the country. Minister of the Marine and Blue Economy, Adegboyega Oyetola, expressed the government's commitment to inclusive growth, adding that the facility is a catalyst for public-private economic development and a viable source of revenue generation. He commended the state government's efforts on the project so far and urged relevant stakeholders to assiduously make the project a reality.
The project marks a crucial step forward in our nation's journey towards strengthening the backbone of our logistics and supply chain infrastructure. I want to express my gratitude to His Excellency, President Abiodun CON, Governor of Ogun State, for his visionary leadership and commitment to this initiative, which promises to be a game changer for our country's economic and industrial landscape. Today, as we launch this initiative, we acknowledge the vast economic potential of the Gateway Inland Dry Port. This project is not merely about building infrastructure, but about laying the foundation for a key logistics hub that will facilitate the movement of goods across Nigeria, creating over 5,000 direct jobs, 15,000 indirect jobs, and stimulating local businesses. Moreover, it will attract investment that will spur regional development, benefiting Ogun State and beyond. No doubt this project aligns seamlessly with the renewed hope agenda of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, DCFR. I'm confident that the Inland Dry Port project will serve as a catalyst for industrial growth, reduce our dependency on road-based logistics, and create a more resilient and sustainable supply chain for our nation. The success of this project hinges on the strong collaboration between the federal government, Ogun State government, and other stakeholders.
Elated Governor Dapo Abiodun described the project as transformational with immense opportunities for the people.
On behalf of the good people and government of Ogun State, I'm very pleased to welcome you all to this momentous occasion, marking a pivotal achievement in the socio-economic development and another addition to our transportation infrastructure of this beloved state. This is the groundbreaking of the Gateway Inland Dry Port right here in Shoderu, Kajola, in Ewe Koro local government. Today's event is yet another powerful demonstration of administration's commitment to the Building Our Future Together agenda, which is aimed at ensuring sustainable progress for our dear Ogun State. Please join me in welcoming and appreciating my senior brother, His Excellency Alhaji Adegboyega Oyetola, the Honorable Minister of Marine and Blue Economy, and the entire delegation to the Gateway State to flag off the construction of this game-changing transportation infrastructure project. I appreciate His Excellency Governor Oyetola and his team for throwing their weight and full support and his leadership behind it, which has allowed this initiative to become a reality under his watch. I would also like to thank the Permanent Secretary, Minister of Marine and Blue Economy, Mr. Olotola Olorunfemi, the Nigerian Shippers Council, the ICRC, our private partners, Arise LLC, IIC, the Ministry of Transportation, Ministry of Works, Nigerian Railways, and all those who have cooperated and facilitated the event to becoming a reality.
While the State's Commissioner for Transport, Gbenga Dairo, lauded the initiative, the paramount ruler of Yewa land, Oba Kehinde Olugbemile, commended the project, stating that it will transform the economic lives of his people.
Dry Port and the Dry Port City project here in Itori also speaks to the Excellency's promise to spread development across all these 3 senatorial districts in Ogun State, capitalize on the economic and human resource potential of the area. It's a significant development that we believe will bring in excess of 40,000 direct and indirect jobs to this local government area.
Thank the Honourable Minister for the Blue Economy for joining our Excellency, the Governor, who has been fit to do everything possible to make today a reality. Your Excellency, we appreciate everything. All our dear Father in Ogun State appreciate all you are doing to draw more factors that will generate economic development to our state.
The director of the Inland Transport Services of Nigerian Shippers Council, Ife Okolwe, who represented the executive secretary, spoke exclusively to the shipper on the benefits of the Gateway Inland Dry Port project.
The main purpose of establishing dry ports in Nigeria, well, all this came as a result of the congestion at the seaports. Like the Apapa, the Tinkan, when you get there, you see that there's so much traffic. and there's congestion within the port. So in order to decongest the port, the Nigerian government decided to establish dry ports at the hinterlands. These hinterlands are those areas without water, inland dry ports. It's still part of Nigeria's agenda to boost economy and enhance the critical infrastructure in Nigeria, and in line with the initial plan for Nigeria to decongest the ports, the present administration keyed into it. So it's part of the Mr. President's Renew Hope agenda to boost economy and also develop infrastructure in Nigeria.
In another development, members of Port Health Services were at the headquarters of the Nigerian Shippers Council in Lagos, led by the officer in charge of Apapa Health Service, Ogungbayi Adeniyi. The team was received by the Director of Human Resource Management, Ada Okam, on behalf of the Executive Secretary of the Nigerian Shippers Council. She commended the visitors for their role in developing a healthy workforce at the ports and affirmed the Council's desire to collaborate with the new administrator of Apapa Port Health Services.
We are not unfamiliar of the role of the port services, health services at the Nigerian ports. We know that you're into free practice to ensure that there are no contagious diseases. And so far, we want to believe that you have done so well because we have not heard of any outbreak of any kind of ailment in our country. But we are equally aware that you are the first to board every vessel that berths at our port. And you can be rest assured of our commitment and our collaboration as the port economic regulator to ensure that we have a free port in the sense that the cargoes are not delayed because we're determined to cooperate with you and collaborate with you in the discharge of your duties as the new port health officer in charge of Apapa Port. Please feel free to reach out to us over anything that you desire or you will need. I'm definite that you will receive all the collaboration you need.
NSC's Director of Regulatory Services, Margaret Obona, stated that the immense progress achieved by Port Health Inspection was attributed to the seamless operational activities of the Apapa branch.
We will give every cooperation because we have a monitoring and enforcement team in Shippers Council that also comes around to monitor level of implementation, to carry out the ease of doing business and facilitation of trade in our country.
The new officer in charge of Apapa Port Health Services, Ogungbayi Adeniyi, informed the officials that they were at the council to seek continued cooperation and to update the council on the organizational plans to digitize the branch's processes.
That when there's a change of pattern, you get acquainted with stakeholders that we both work together to be able to have a good start. And that's what I have done to recognizing the importance and the roles of Shippers Council as umpires, within the operations of the port. It bemuses on me to come and pay homage and get familiar with it.
Now, let's delve into more updates from the Ministry of Marine and Blue Economy, highlighting initiatives aimed at fostering economic growth and improving port operations across the nation. The Ministry of Marine and Blue Economy is adopting the Federal Civil Service Strategy and Implementation Plan 2021 to 2025 with the launch of its performance management system. Permanent Secretary Oloruntola Olufemi urged the newly inaugurated team to drive the ministry's key result areas, emphasizing improved productivity and service delivery. Now, this step aligns with the nation's efforts to create a more efficient, professional civil service, ensuring the ministry supports economic growth through better workforce performance. Meanwhile, the ministry is also focused on shaping Nigeria's blue economy strategy. At a workshop in Abuja, Minister Adegboyega Oyetola highlighted the importance of the national strategy to sustainably unlock the potentials of Nigeria's marine resources. The validation process brings together stakeholders from various sectors to ensure that the policy becomes a comprehensive roadmap for boosting the nation's economy and advancing marine sector development through public-private partnerships.
On behalf of the Federal Ministry of Marine and Economy and the Federal Republic of Nigeria, I express my sincere appreciation to the African Union Inter-African Bureau for Animal Resources, AUIBA, and the Kingdom of Norway for their unwavering support towards the development of Nigeria's National Blue Economy Strategy document.
The Nigerian Shippers Council recently hosted a meeting at its Lagos headquarters to discuss the operationalization of the National Single Window Platform aimed at enhancing seaport efficiency through automation. Representing the Council's Executive Secretary, Mrs. Ada Okam, Director of Human Resources, emphasized the benefit of a centralized electronic trade system which would enhance transparency, reduce corruption, and improve import-export processes.
The introduction of the National Single Window will make the implementation of Shippers Council's mandate easier in the sector. For example, it will reduce bottlenecks that are associated with delays and bureaucratic bottleneck and high cost of doing business. It will increase competitiveness. It will also enhance digital transformation in trade. It will equally improve interagency collaboration.
Senior consultant Ayokunle Osayin also highlighted the NSW's potential to address challenges like high cost and revenue leakages, presenting key insights on how the platform can drive economic growth and improve trade efficiency.
The National Single Window solution aims to overcome existing challenges while unlocking opportunities for enhanced trade efficiency. As of today, there are a number of challenges, doing business in Nigeria. And when we look at it in the Nigeria cross-border trade space, there are issues around duplicate documentation, increased trade operation costs, interoperability barriers, slow process turnaround time, and revenue leakages. So the National Single Window aims to resolve all these challenges by improving the ease of doing business, especially as it relates to the trade sector.
In another development, the zonal coordinator for the South-South zone of the Nigerian Shippers Council, Mr. Jeremiah Okoliko, recently led an inspection of the NSC Warri Port Office permanent building. The inspection confirmed that the first floor decking is complete, allowing the contractor to proceed with structural work. Payment certificates will be issued for completed milestones, and monthly joint site inspections will be held to report progress. Back in Lagos, the Nigerian Shippers Council celebrated the retirement of Mr. Christian Chimeze at 60, recognizing his impactful career that included roles as area officer and deputy director. Ifi Okolwe, representing the Executive Secretary and CEO, expressed gratitude for Mr. Chimeze's service, while colleagues praised his intelligence and work ethic.
I appreciate you for the selfless service that you rendered to Nigerian Shippers Council. Of course, you started when you was not here, but for the little period you really did. He had a lot about you, and I appreciate you. So on behalf of the management, he congratulates you and praise that the good Lord will reward you for the kind of service they rendered to Nigerian Shippers Council.
Mr. Osita Chimeze, thank you for the selfless service you rendered in the Nigerian Shippers Council. From the time you joined the workforce of Nigerian Shippers Council, your records are very outstanding. I remember vividly when I met you in about 106 Azikiwe Road. You were there as among the first set of officers that started that office. Today, some of the job you did there speaks volume. one formation of the Shippers Association in the state, which is still standing today.
And I want to thank all of you that work with me and help me one way or the other to make a positive impact. That's what is important. And I'm advising the younger generation of staff, don't run away from work. And then I also advise that we should continue to work as brothers and sisters. It's better in that atmosphere. We should avoid nepotism and the man no man, because that thing spoils an organization. When you work and put in your effort, your best, whatever you can do to make an assignment go through or to make a project to be successful, put it. Don't look at faces. Try and put your best. When you put your best, everything will work out and you will be very happy at the end of the day that something has been achieved. So I am advising us to continue in that way, to see yourself as one people, so that work can progress and so that there will be many achievements.
Four complaints were received and they are all ongoing investigations. They include detention charges, double payment, wrong bill of lading number, and vessel remuneration. In recognition of its continued efforts, the Nigerian Shippers Council has been lauded for effectively resolving a shipping dispute. Here is a letter of appreciation from Dangote Sugar Refinery PLC. Now let's move to the global front, where evolving strategies and market trends are impacting the international shipping and trade landscape. Intercargo has urged RightShip to reconsider its decision to lower the age limit for annual vetting of bulk carriers from 14 years to 10 years. This change, set to be phased in by 2026, has sparked concerns over the lack of consultations with ship owners and managers and the operational strain it could place on seafarers. Intercargo calls for a delay, allowing the industry to adjust to the evolving safety requirements. Gruber Logistics has expanded its operations into the Middle East, opening its first regional office in Dubai. The new office will focus on project cargo and air and sea freight services, with plans to grow its team and offerings by the end of the year. This move strengthens Gruber's global presence and its commitment to innovation, digitalization, and sustainability in logistics. And that's it on Tidbits for this week.
For more than 5 decades, we have empowered and protected the interests of shippers in the nation's maritime industry. Our focus is to facilitate trade, regulate tariffs and rates, as well as handle shippers' complaints on cargo losses, damage and non-delivery. We offer dispute resolution mechanism for shipping and trade disputes between shippers and service providers. We are Nigerian Shippers Council, Nigeria's port economic regulator, your gateway to a thriving maritime sector. Nigerian Shippers Council will meet you at the port of your need.
And with that, we come to the end of today's journey. We'll be back with more updates and stories from the dynamic world of maritime. For any inquiries or further information, please visit our website www.shipperscouncil.gov.ng. Thanks for watching, and we wish you a productive and prosperous week ahead. See you next time.